Hello my dear students, welcome to my first video lecture on amines. Amines is one of the lessons in organic chemistry. It has the weightage of 5 marks. So you will be getting one 5 mark question from it. So the weightage of this lesson is for 5 marks. Actually, some of the organic compounds contain oxygen, nitrogen, halogens. So in which amines is also one of the compounds where nitrogen is present. Actually in this lesson we don't discuss amines alone. We also discuss diazonium salts which also have nitrogen in them. Let us go to the first part of the lesson, amines. First we will study what is the definition of amines, then we will classify them, followed by their IUPAC nomenclature, followed by their preparation and physical properties. Then we go for the next part of the lesson, that is diazonium salts. Now let me go for to amines. Now let me define amines first. What is an amine? To define amine, we should consider the molecule ammonia. What is the formula of ammonia? NH3. In ammonia, we know that nitrogen is the central atom with one lone pair of electrons and 3 hydrogens are there. Now in ammonia, if we replace one or more hydrogens either with alkyl groups or aryl groups, the products that we are going to get are called as amines. So once again I will say the definition. First let us take ammonia. Now remove one hydrogen from it, so that what we will get is NH2. Now the same is replaced with an alkyl group. I have removed one hydrogen and replaced with an alkyl group. So the product formed is known as an amine. Likewise, you can remove two hydrogens of ammonia and those can be replaced with two alkyl groups or aryl groups. For example, if I remove two hydrogens from it, what I will be having is NH. If I replace the same with an alkyl or aryl group, two alkyl groups or aryl group, I will be getting RNHR. This is also an amine. All these are amines. Even I can replace all the three hydrogens with three alkyl or aryl group. If you look here no hydrogen is left on nitrogen. All the hydrogens have been replaced with the alkyl or aryl groups. This R may be either alkyl group or even it may be aryl group. Now the products obtained are called as amines. So let me tell the definition now. So amines are the derivatives of ammonia where one or more hydrogens of ammonia are replaced either with alkyl groups or aryl groups. I will write one example. For example, here, if I replace hydrogen of ammonia with a methyl group, that is CH3, we will get methanamine. In the same way, you can replace two hydrogens with two different alkyl groups or same alkyl groups. For example, here I am replacing two hydrogens of ammonia with the two methyl groups. Likewise, you can replace all the three also to get amines. So the definition of amines, once again I will say, amines are the derivatives of ammonia where one or more hydrogens of ammonia are replaced with either alkyl groups or aryl groups. These alkyl groups may be same or different. This is the introductory part of amines. Let us go to the next part of the lesson, that is the structure of amines. To understand the structure, up to now you know that ammonia is the parent for these amines. So that amines retain the structure of ammonia. We should have a discussion. Already we had a discussion in first year regarding the structure of ammonia. Now to understand the structure of amines, we need to just recall the structure of ammonia. So what is the structure of ammonia? You know that nitrogen is the central atom, and here you have a unshared pair of electrons on nitrogen, and it undergoes sp3 hybridization. So this is sp3 hybridized in this molecule, and here all the three sp3 hybridals with a single electron will be overlapping with 1s orbitals of 3 hydrogen atoms. So this is hydrogen and this is hydrogen. So this is the formation of ammonia molecule here. And you know the bond angle is expected 109 degrees 28 minutes. That is 109 degrees 28 minutes but here that is reduced to 107 degrees. You know the reason? Due to the repulsions between the lone pair of electrons and bond pair electrons. Now this is all about ammonia, which already we have known. Now let us go for the structure of amines. Now the structure of amine is resembling with ammonia because ammonia is the parent. Here what is the structure? It is a pyramidal structure. Pyramid. In the same way, amines will also have pyramidal structure. Here also, the nitrogen is the central atom with a lone pair of electrons, and it undergoes sp3 hybridization. And here, these sp3 hybrid orbitals overlap with carbon of alkyl groups. For example, here we take a methyl group here. Here all three can be alkyl groups, or one alkyl group remaining hydrogens, or two alkyl groups, one hydrogen. Anyway, here the hybridization is same as that ammonia. But only thing is the bond angle is 108 degrees here. Here also expected angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes, 109.5 degrees, but it is deviated to 108 degrees here. Again it is due to the repulsions between the lone pair bond pair, and also here two similar groups are there, two similar alkyl groups are there. You know that these two similar groups will repel each other. As a result, it will have a bond angle 108 degrees. And here also the structure is a pyramidal structure. So this is the structure of ammonia. Here structure of amines. Here amines are retaining the structure of ammonia. Even the lone pair is common in both ammonia and amines. You know that when any molecule has its central atom with lone pairs, it behaves like a Lewis base. So that ammonia is a Lewis base, and all the amines are also Lewis bases. The example I have taken is trimethylamine. Here also it is a Lewis base because of the presence of lone pair of electron. This is the structure of amines. Now let us go to the next part of the lesson. The next part of the lesson is the classification of amines. You know, in organic chemistry, the organic molecules can be classified in many ways. So here also we have 2 to 3 types of classification, but there is one major classification in the syllabus, that is classification into primary, secondary, tertiary amines. So here amines are classified classified into 3 types. So that is primary amine, and the second one is a secondary amine, and the third class of amines is a tertiary amine. So this is the classification. When we write primary, secondary and tertiary, we get an idea immediately that this may be based on the nature of the carbon. Of course it is correct in case of other members of organic chemistry, but here it is not correct. Actually, if you take alcohols, you know, primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohols are obtained based on the nature of the carbon to which the OH group is attached. For example, if you take a primary alcohol where the OH group is attached to a primary carbon, that is why it is called as a primary alcohol. In the same way, the OH group is attached to secondary carbon, it is called as a secondary alcohol. Likewise tertiary also. But here we have no way connection with that carbon nature. It is independent on the nature of the carbon. It is depending upon the number of hydrogens on ammonia have been replaced. It is the number of hydrogens that are replaced on ammonia. For example, let us go to the primary amine. NH3 is ammonia. Let us imagine that one hydrogen of ammonia is replaced with one alkyl group. Now the amine formed is called as a primary amine. So how a primary amine is obtained? By replacing one hydrogen of ammonia either with an alkyl group or aryl group, the amine formed is called as a primary amine. For example, I can write methyl amine. I'll tell the nomenclature of all these molecules in the next part of the lesson. This is alkyl amine. Here example is methyl amine. It's a primary amine. Why? Because one of the hydrogens of ammonia has been replaced with one alkyl groups. Here what is the functional group? NH2. This is the functional group for any primary amine. Now you can say what is meant by secondary amine. If two hydrogens of ammonia have been replaced either with two alkyl groups or aryl groups, the resultant product obtained are called as a secondary amine. For example, if I remove two hydrogens on ammonia, I will be left with NH group. This NH group can be replaced with attached to two alkyl groups like R and R dash. Here both can be same. R and R dash means different alkyl groups or aryl groups. If I write both are the same alkyl groups or aryl groups, it will be present on it. I will write one example here. CH3, NH and CH3. Look here alkyl groups are same. The name of this molecule is dimethylamine. So it's a secondary amine. Here what is the functional group? NH is the functional group in case of a secondary amine. Now let us go for the tertiary amine. A tertiary amine is obtained by replacing all the three hydrogens and nitrogen of ammonia either with alkyl groups or aryl groups. So for example, when I replace all the three hydrogens on nitrogen of ammonia, I will be getting a molecule like this. You can see here, it's a tertiary amine. What is the functional group here? Nitrogen is the functional group which is bonded to three different alkyl groups or aryl groups. I will write one example here. CH3, N and CH3 and CH3. Here you can see it is a tertiary methyl amine. So primary amine is obtained by replacing one nitrogen of ammonia either with an alkyl group or an aryl group. A secondary amine is obtained by replacing two hydrogens of ammonia either with alkyl or aryl groups, two alkyl groups or two aryl groups. Here the functional group is NH. In primary amines, NH2 is the functional group. Here it is NH. In case of tertiary amine, we have replaced all the three hydrogens with three alkyl groups or aryl groups. So this is the classification. But in addition to this, you can classify even the amines into simple amines and mixed amines. This is one classification. Or even amines can be split into two types. All the secondary and tertiary amines. Primary amines cannot be divided into simple and mixed. This classification into simple amines and mixed amines exists only for secondary and tertiary amines. Let us study simple amines. I will take a secondary amine. What is the functional group in secondary amine? NH. Now here this nitrogen is bonded to methyl groups. You can say both are same groups. When same alkyl groups are present on the central atom of nitrogen in an amine, then it is called as a simple amine. Dimethyl amine is a simple amine. On the other hand, I will write one amine here. I am taking again a secondary amine. One of the alkyl groups is methyl and the other one is ethyl. Look here, both are different. Then it is called as a mixed amine. Simple amine will have all the alkyl groups same. Mixed amine will have different alkyl groups. It is possible only for secondary and tertiary amine. If you take a tertiary amine, N is the functional group. You can try to write a simple amine with methyl groups. It's a simple amine because all the three groups are same. Now if you write one molecule here, NCH3 C2H5. Here though two groups are same, the third alkyl group is different. Then also it is called as a mixed amine. So this is also one of the classification that exists for only secondary and tertiary amines. Let us move on to the next part of the lesson. Now we'll study the primary amines, classification of primary amines. We'll take only primary amine now. Maybe aliphatic or aromatic. Here it is. Primary amines are again, as I said, it is divided into aliphatic primary amines and aromatic primary amines. What is an aliphatic primary amine? You know, primary amines mean immediately the functional group becomes NH2. Aliphatic means if the hydrogen of ammonia is replaced with an aliphatic hydrocarbon, then it is called as aliphatic primary amine. Here what we did, just the hydrogen has been replaced with an aliphatic hydrocarbon part, that is R. For example, C2H5NH2, this is a primary amine, but here the hydrogen that is replaced with is alkyl group, so it is an aliphatic primary amine. The hydrocarbon part is aliphatic. Now we will go for the aromatic primary amine. You know now, in ammonia, if we replace one hydrogen by one or more hydrogens even with aromatic ring, that is a aryl group. For example, 5NH2. Here you can write even R, that R means aryl group. Even you can use the symbol 5NH2. Nothing but aryl group. This is aromatic primary amine. So I will write an example, C6H5. This is phenyl ring NH2. This is aromatic part. I will write it in the ring form here. This is benzene. If we have NH2, that is called as C6H5NH2. The name of this molecule is anil. Now we will learn how these names are given and what are the different systems we follow to give the names for amines. So primary amines have been divided into aliphatic and aromatic amines. An aliphatic primary amine is obtained by replacing one hydrogen of ammonia with one aliphatic hydrocarbon part. If it is replaced or if it is substituted with an aryl ring, then it will become an aromatic primary amine. Now let us go for the nomenclature. In nomenclature also, here there is a certain flexibility when we compare with the other family members of organic chemistry. Let us see what is that flexibility and how it is different from other organic members. So I'll start nomenclature now. You know, nomenclature is of two types. The first one is common system, and the second one is as you know, IUPAC system. First one is the common system and the second one is the IUPAC system. Here we separately deal with the primary amines and secondary amines, tertiary amines, and also we separately deal with the aliphatic primary amines and aromatic primary amines. It is easy to understand them. Now let us go for the common system. Let us talk about the aliphatic primary amines. The aliphatic primary amines in common system are taken as alkyl amines. So what is the name in common system? Alkyl amines. That means name of the alkyl group followed by the word amine. So we prefix the name of the alkyl group for the word amine. Let us take one example here. I will write one molecule like CH3NH2. So what is its name? First part is alkyl group. What is the alkyl group here? Methyl. So that it is methyl. And what is the word here? Amine. So it is methyl amine. It is methyl amine. Just I am talking about the primary amines. Now let us write one more amine. C2H5NH2. Here the alkyl part is ethyl and it is followed by the word amine. This is the name of common name of this molecule, ethyl amine. Now what if there are more than one alkyl groups, that is secondary amine and tertiary. For example, here I will take one molecule like NH CH3, CH3. It's a secondary amine. Here also the system is same, but here two methyl groups are there. In that case, we fix a di, tri, tetra as the prefix before the alkyl group. For example, here, if you take the methyl groups, so two methyl groups are there, so that we name it as a dimethyl amine. Dimethyl amine is the common name of this molecule. When we have different alkyl groups, either tertiary amine or secondary amine, when we get mixed amines, we'll have different alkyl groups. For example, if you take here, this is an amine with different alkyl groups. Here, first we have to write the alkyl groups, but two alkyl groups are there. In that case, first we take the name of the alkyl group and follow the alphabetical order. This one is ethyl and this one is methyl. So we name it as ethyl methyl amine. So this is the ethyl methyl amine. This is the common name of this molecule. Now let us go for the IUPAC system. Then later we'll go to the aromatic amines. In IUPAC system, these are called as alkanamines. Alkanamines. In common system, you know, those are called as alkyl amines. That means the name of the alkyl group followed by the word amine. But here, alkanamine. These are called as alkanamines. How? You know, for example, parent alkane is taken. The E is removed and that is replaced with the word amine. Alkanamine. These are in common system alkylamines, and here these are alkanamines. Let me explain with an example. The simple molecule that I am taking is CH3NH2. Let us write its IUPAC name. First we'll write its common name here. Common name, you know that name of the alkyl group is methyl, so that it will become methyl amine. Now what is its IUPAC name? So alkanamine, what is the alkyl group here? Methyl. What is the corresponding alkane? Methane. So that what we'll write is methane. But I told you that E is replaced with the amine, so that it will become methanamine or methanamine. This is IUPAC name. So methylamine is its common name, whereas methanamine is the IUPAC name. So this is the nomenclature of aliphatic amines. There are some more cases in this nomenclature. We'll discuss further. Now what about the aromatic primary amines? Let us see. I will write one example. Here also we'll follow the same technique. That is, we'll take the parent arene. The E of arene is replaced with the amine. Parent arene is taken. For example, I am writing C6H5NH2. I told you the parent arene is taken and we are replacing that E with amine, arene amine. So for example here, this is benzene. C6H6 is the parent. Phenyl ring, the parent is benzene. So in benzene, the last letter is E, and we remove that letter and it is called as a benzene amine. Actually this is IUPAC name. But in common system, these aromatic hydrocarbons have different names. Like C6H5NH2, in common name it is called as aniline. So sometimes this common name can also be taken as the IUPAC name. Though benzenamine is the IUPAC name of C6H5NH2, its common name aniline can also be considered accepted as a IUPAC name. These we have the flexibility for the some aromatic hydrocarbons. Let us go with some example so that it will become further easy. Here, one more case I will discuss before going to examples. In the secondary and tertiary amines, in case of secondary and tertiary amines, what is the secondary and tertiary amine? I will write one example like CH3NH. This is secondary amine. Or I can take even a tertiary amine with the same alkyl group first. Now, how these are named? In case of secondary amine, actually while giving IUPAC name, what we'll do is we write the alkyl group first. This dialkyl and followed by the word amine. And in the case of this molecule, what we'll write is a trialkyl amine. But we use a different technique while giving the name to the IUPAC for secondary and tertiary amines. Let us see what is this. If you go for the secondary amines, we write those secondary amines as N-alkyl alkanamine. For secondary amine means that will have NH as the functional group, and that will have two different or same type of alkyl groups. Their name is given like N-alkyl alkanamine. It's entirely different. Let us see. N means it is not normal. Usually N, small n, we use for normal. N-propane, that means normal propane. But this N represents nitrogen. What does it mean? It means that there is a substitution on nitrogen atom. There is a substitution clearly. This methyl group is substituent. This first part is alkyl group and second part is alkanamine. To understand this one, alkyl group is methyl group here and the second part is alkanamine. Alkanamine means methanamine. It is alkanamine. Here it is methanamine. This is alkyl. So that how we will write N-methyl methanamine. N-methyl methanamine. One is taken as the alkyl group as substituent and one is taken as the parent molecule. Now we will get a doubt here. We have same number of carbons in both the alkyl groups. So that one is chosen as the alkyl group, the other one is taken as the parent amine. So always the substituent, the alkyl group should have less carbons than the parent amine. In case if same number of carbons are there, you can take any one as the alkanamine and the other one as alkyl group. If we have different alkyl groups, that is a mixed amine, then the one with less number of carbons is taken as the alkyl group and the other one is taken as the alkanamine. Let us write one example so that it will become so easy to you. Now I will take an ethyl and methyl group to illustrate this. So here I am taking again a secondary amine. Here we have CH3 group and also C2H5. Look here. In IUPAC nomenclature, as I said, N-alkyl alkanamine. So I told you the alkyl part, first part is alkyl part, that should be an alkyl group with a less number of carbons. Look here ethyl that has 2 carbons. So that it will become parent amine. This is alkanamine, this part is alkanamine. And this is a methyl group with a less number of carbons. So that what is its name? N. Here N indicates that there is a substitution on nitrogen. So that this is N. After N, what we write? Name of the alkyl group. First we write the alkyl group with a less number of carbon. The other alkyl group belongs to the parent amine. So that it becomes N-methyl ethanamine. So this is the name of IUPAC name of this molecule, N-methyl ethanamine. When we have same group, one can be taken as the alkyl and other can be taken as parent alkanamine. But when different groups are there, what we do is the one with the less number of carbons is taken as the alkyl group, with more number of carbon that is attached to nitrogen is taken as the parent amine. Let us see for tertiary amines. Let me go for tertiary amines. What is a tertiary amine? Tertiary amine is obtained by replacing 3 hydrogens of ammonia with either with 3 alkyl groups or aryl groups. Now I am discussing aliphatic amines. Let us take the nomenclature of tertiary amine. Here this is IUPAC nomenclature, tertiary amine. In tertiary amines, what is the functional group? N. So I will write one example first. This is trimethylamine. In a common system, the name of this molecule is trimethylamine. Now, how the tertiary amines are named? The tertiary amines in IUPAC nomenclature are named like N, N dialkyl alkanamines. Please note that there N-alkyl alkanamines. Secondary amines N-alkyl alkanamines. N for nitrogen. It indicates that there is a substitution on the nitrogen of amine. In case of secondary amine, it is N-alkyl alkanamines. In case of tertiary amine, it is N, N. That indicates 2 substituents are there on the same nitrogen. Of course, if the alkyl groups are same, then we use that dialkyl. If they are different, we don't use dialkyl. We write the name of the alkyl groups according to the order of their alphabets. Let us write the first one. So what is the IUPAC name of this molecule? I told you N, N dialkyl, if the alkyl groups are same. So I will take, this is the parent amine. I told you already in case of secondary amines, this is the parent. When we have all the alkyl groups with same number of carbons, we take one with more number of carbons as parent amine. But here we have same carbons, so that we can choose any one of them as the parent alkanamine. So N, N, but 2 methyl groups are there. So that what I use is N, N, 2 methyl groups. So that I use that word dimethyl alkanamine. Dialkyl alkanamine. It is methanamine. So that there should not be any spacing here. This is in case when we have same type of alkyl groups. If we take a mixed type of alkyl groups, for example here I am taking a CH3 and here I am taking CH3 and here I am taking a one C2H5. Now also same 2 alkyl groups are same. This is parent amine, alkanamine part, and this is dialkyl. So that what is the name of it? N, N dimethyl. And what is this parent alkanamine? Ethanamine. So that is ethanamine. There is a continuation, you should not give any space here. So this is for a mixed type of tertiary amine. For example, if all the 3 are different, how then we name? It is also based on the alphabetical order. Let us see one more example so that you will understand it clearly. I told you clearly this dialkyl is only in case we get 2 similar alkyl groups. When dissimilar are there, we will follow the alphabetical order. Let me write one example. I am taking a tertiary amine again here. Tertiary amine means we will have only nitrogen here, that is replaced with alkyl, remaining hydrogens are replaced with alkyl groups in ammonia to get tertiary amine. So that here I am getting for example I will write a propyl group. Look here, this is methyl, this is ethyl and this is propyl. But I told you that one with a maximum number of carbon will become alkanamine. Now what about the name of these substituents, that is the alkyl groups? How will